keep on going. Like, keep on going. My name is Malik Thornton, and I work at Tunstall Middle School and Tunstall High School in Pittsylvania County. School was pretty difficult in a sense. I had fun, like any student really. I had fun in school, you know. Having to learn new concepts was pretty hard, so I had a few accommodations and stuff to help me along the way with that. I struggled reading, so my tests and stuff were read aloud. My teachers gave me extra time to get through my tests and quizzes. I also took advanced level courses. So if the teacher was moving too fast, sometimes that teacher would print out their notes and I would just recopy them and stuff like that. Once I started to receive accommodations, life became easier. In my early portion of life, I lived with my grandmother, and during that time, it was very much easy. And that's somewhat why I was struggling in elementary school, is because my grandmother, bless her heart, was not very strict. So my grades were slipping in elementary school. And then my grandmother passed, unfortunately. Then I started living with my biological mother. And that experience was just one where I had to mature very quickly. So in middle school, I think that was for me, a point of you gotta help yourself because no one else is gonna help you. That transition to high school was also difficult because my mother began to use drugs. It came up to a point where she just got up and left her children. Luckily for me, when I became homeless, I had a good solid friend group where I could go couch hopping from this friend's house to this friend's house. We had a cousin that really took us in because they saw the light in us and these two children, that all they were just dealt was a bad hand. I always stated in my life I would never become a statistic. Once I started becoming a band student in middle school, that was just such a release for me. Music became my thing. Music became my end-all be-all. It made me excited to go to school. I had perfect attendance when I was here. There was no question that was Malik gonna come to school today because I'd rather be at school than be at home. My history teachers, two really good English teachers, they were always there to help me because the times that the water would go off in our house, those teachers made sure I could do laundry after school. Those teachers made sure I could take a shower after school. They really had my back when I was in school to make sure that I continued with the music. And that is when I decided to say, I really want a career in this. This is what I want to do. And I want to be a music teacher. Miss Buchanan was my special ed teacher. She connected me with Miss Fisher, who then became my DARS agent. And I did not know anything about DARS, what they were. I just knew they stood for Disability and Rehab Services. So DARS really helped me from my transition period from high school into college. The first meeting was the initial meeting. She came up with my case scheduling. It's basically like another IEP meeting. Malik wants to go to college. He wants to study music education. He wants to get his degree in music education to become a band director. Malik would need to go to Longwood University to audition to get into the music education program. These are the ways that DARS can assist with that. They made my college life and that transition from high school to college a great experience. So Longwood was my dream school to go to. I got accepted to Longwood University and I took that acceptance, and then DARS really helped handle the rest. That was a lot of just communication on their part. I did receive accommodations in school. It was just Malik just needs extra time on tests, which that's all I wanted. Extra time on tests, that's it. While I was student teaching there, I was also applying to jobs because once you graduate Longwood, you graduate with your teaching license. I came in for an interview over the summer, and I've now been teaching here for 2 years. Under my leadership, we have expanded the program in the sense of what we are doing. So my love for music brought me into my career, and music advocacy is what I try to provide for my students. I do the things that I do because I want the students to have joy in what they are doing. I just want you to have a joy for music and an understanding of this concept that when you go out into the world, you see how it brings people together. Music carries us through everything. During when I was homeless, music kept me going. Certain songs, certain gospel songs kept me saying, I can push forward. I can go on. I say I teach citizens before I teach music. I teach the student first before I teach music. If I can make you a great person, you're gonna be an awesome musician. How do we build that is just one step at a time, never giving up, and through joy. Things are gonna get better because I remember there'd be days I would just cry myself to sleep over why my life is the way that it is. If I could do anything for that younger self, is just tell that individual, just keep on going and you will make it. But it's that joy, it's that hope, it's that faith that keeps you going. So always continue to have that. Always a great thing.
The VCU Center on Transition Innovations is funded by the Virginia Department of Education.